Alright, so I'm going to teach you how to do a jumbo Dutch braid, just those big fat braids that we see all over the internet and we want our hair to look like when it's in a braid. So start by kind of brushing out any tangles, doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to need a hair tie and a couple of bobby pins. And to start, to get the texture you want, you're going to use, I like this dry wax by Kenra. It's super lightweight, it's not too heavy or dirty feeling, but it just gives your hair a little bit of grip, so you're just gonna kind of mist it through everywhere. It gives you some good grip for the braid to stick, and when we kind of stretch out the braid to make it look big and fat, it kind of keeps that grip so your layers don't pop out everywhere. Then just kind of lightly brush that again just so you can get your fingers through it to braid. You're gonna start at the top of your head. If you can imagine like the very top of your head, like where you would balance a book on top of, that's where you'll start, kind of up there at the apex. And just kind of make a little circle or oval shape. Doesn't have to be perfect. Get that separated from your hair. You might need to brush it out depending on if you have cowlicks or any craziness back there at the crown. And so you're gonna start with 3 sections. Split them apart here. And what we're gonna do with this braid, unlike a traditional French braid, is you're gonna cross those sections under one another. So you'll start with just that top section and cross one side first, then the other. Then once you're back to the first side, you start to add hair in. So you'll skim your finger along, take a a horizontal section, add it to the piece and slide it under. Horizontal section, add it to that outside piece and slide it under. For your finger position, I tend to hold 2 of the strands, one between my thumb and forefinger and then one between my pointer finger and middle finger. And then the other one is kind of free hanging there as I slide to build my section. So, but you're just adding in hair and then crossing it underneath. So once you have your braid all the way down, you're gonna put that hair tie in obviously, and you wanna leave a little bit of a tail there so that you've got some room to work with. Mist it one more time with your dry wax all over. If you have a bump like this, you can take, I have a chopstick here, but like a long-tailed comb or something, and just kind of slide it in and slide it back over the bump until it kind of dissipates. So now to stretch out the braid, what you're gonna do is you're gonna start at the bottom and you're gonna grab not the entire section of the braid, but just the little outside piece. Just the perimeter of each little section as you work your way up. So you're not loosening up the whole braid. The center of the braid is gonna stay pretty much as tight as it was when you braided it. You're just fanning out those outside sections. You're just gently grabbing the outside section and pulling it a little bit. Excuse me. It will naturally loosen up the braid a little bit, but just pulling the outside section loosens it much less than if you were to just pull the whole section apart. So now, once we've loosened it, this bottom area right around your neck tends to always loosen up. So what we're gonna do to fix that is take our bobby pins and you're gonna just gently spread it. You don't need to pry the thing apart super far. And the bumpy side is gonna slide in at your scalp. So you always want the bumpy side touching your scalp. So you can kind of flip that hair up out of the way, grab all that loose stuff and pull it kind of taut, slide that bobby pin in, bumpy side down, and then with your other pin, you're gonna come on the other side and basically make an X. Again, bumpy side down, and doing that locks those bobby pins together and just holds them more secure. So doing this will tighten up that nape area so it doesn't feel like your whole braid is just sliding out all day since you've fattened everything up, and that'll just keep it in place. From there, you're just gonna, any pieces that fall forward that are too short to go in the braid, I like to just go in and curl. If your hair is super long and all of your hair would fit in the braid, you might pick some sections in advance that you might want to leave out if you want to feel a little bit of something around your face. If not, obviously you can just braid it all back. So just finish styling the front and you're all set.